To deter is to kind of prevent. Nothing will deter me from talking to her or to him. Nothing will prevent me from. Nothing will take me off of the road, a road between me and him or her. A detour is the noun form. Not here, that's okay. From the same set of words. To detest is to loathe, to hate. Notice loathe, L-O-A-T-H-E, remember. Devastated, a cliche in modern culture, particularly annoying to me. If you watch the news in English and something bad happens and someone is interviewed, it is absolutely predictable that the person will say, I was devastated. I am devastated. It's amusing. It's the what shall we say, the verbal poverty of a culture when everybody says the same thing. Devastated. Devastated basically means, what does it mean? It's hyperbolic, it's hyperbole, of course. Too bad, we need hyperbole here. Devastated means saddened, shocked and saddened. Devious, a devious person is tricky, crafty, cunning. Devotee, French word, feminine form here. A devotee, as we say, of someone or something, is a person who follows that person or thing very faithfully. Not in religion, though. The word is more frivolous than that. A devotee of rock music. Often misused, but okay. Devotion is attachment to and reverence for. His devotion to the Virgin Mary. Let's say many Catholics feel devotion to or for the Virgin Mary, let's say. Reverence, attachment. To devour is to eat up. He devoured his meal quickly because he was very hungry. Taxes devour someone's income. Okay, dexterity is skill, especially manual skill, skill with one's hands. But people talk about verbal dexterity, to use that word again, verbal, having to do with words, verbal. What did I say? Verbal, I used it recently. But verbal dexterity, really not very good use of words. Dexter means right, meaning right hand. But verbal dexterity is agility and skill with language. Dexterous, skillful with one's hands. Often used ambidextrous. He is ambidextrous. A person who is ambidextrous, one word, can use both hands with equal skill, as if he had two right hands. That's the meaning. Diagonal, a diagonal line, adjective, is a line that runs across something. You know this, in a square or a rectangle, the diagonal joins the two opposite sides and runs across it. So we say that someone ran diagonally across the street. That is, did not run straight across the street, but perhaps diagonally to the other corner. A diagonal line. Dichotomy, good, is a split into two that cannot easily be healed or reconciled. The dichotomy between good and evil, maybe. The dichotomy between hope and despair, two absolute opposites in theory. Dictate is a verb. Of course, Dr. Shin gives you maybe a dictation. He reads a passage and you write it down. He dictates it to you. But reason dictates that people obey laws most of the time and keep promises and meet their obligations. Reason dictates means reason tells us almost in a command. Dictation, you take dictation from Dr. Shin maybe. Diffidence, good word. Opposite, confidence. He felt diffidence when confronted with this task. That is, he felt nervous and uneasy, did not feel confidence. Dignify is a verb. To dignify an occasion means to, really it's used in a couple of ways, but I'll give you a good example. Almost a cliche, and you must know the word cliche. You say, we have a disagreement, and I say, or you say something outrageous, something just irrelevant, not to the point at all, and kind of foolish. And, oh, better yet, you attack me personally rather than dealing with the topic. And I say, I will not dignify that comment with a reply. This is commonly said. It's the only use of dignify. Much more common is dignified, past participle. That's much more important. His behavior was dignified and decorous. We ought to get that one in there too, Dr. Shin, decorous. Meaning he did not lose his dignity, he kept his composure from the previous page. He remained dignified. He did not become furious or say or do anything stupid. To digress is to leave the topic that we're talking about. You and I are talking about the Korean economy, and suddenly I say, did you hear that the Yankees won? I'm digressing from the task, from the topic. This is a digression. To dilute is usually to pour water into. Some people dilute their wine by pouring water into it. Italian women do that. To diminish is to make small. Back to dilute a second. No, believe it. To diminish is to make small. Usually VT. Let's see now, what diminishes? Our supply of something diminishes daily, VI, okay? Nothing diminished his confidence, VT. Make smaller. Dirigible, whoa! Surprise. A dirigible was like the Hindenburg, those blimps, as Americans call them, those large objects that seem to float in the air, big, long. The Goodyear blimp is a dirigible. Dirigible really simply means directable. It can be directed. It can be steered. It's dirigible. And really, it's a good word that ought to be used, but unusable. Disarray. His clothing, his hair was in disarray. Mine often is. His room was in disarray. That is, everything, it was a mess. To be in disarray. Now, often the political leadership can be in disarray. For example, right now, American society is a little bit in disarray because of the uncertainty of our election. I would say that we are saved by indifference. If you understand my meaning there, check that one out. To discard is to throw away. He discarded many votes were discarded when the voters voted for two people or something stupid. Discordance is, the opposite is harmony. Discord is normally the noun. Discord is the opposite of harmony. Harmony, things making nice sounds together. Discord, cacophony. We could add that sometime too. Discord, terrible sound. Discordance, almost never used, an alternate of discord. Discreet, good word. Adjective, literally, to be discreet is to show good judgment. You seem sad, you're worried about something, and I know it's serious. I ask you, can I help you? Would you like to talk? I suspect that your problem is, I don't know, with your parents or your girlfriend or boyfriend or something, but if I'm discreet, I show judgment and delicacy. I show discretion. Noun. Discriminating. A person who discriminates differentiates between or among things. And so we say he has discriminating taste, meaning he can discriminate between what is superior and what is inferior, what is admirable and what is not admirable. Disdain is scorn. Good word. It's both a noun and a verb. He showed disdain for the people in that group. Scorn. He disdained the people in that group. Disgust, also a noun and a verb. He showed disgust for the terrible behavior of the other people, the barbarians. Their behavior disgusted him, verb. Disinclination, opposite inclination. I have a disinclination to speak too openly about some subject because I fear that I will upset people or something. That is, I hesitate, I decide not to do it. I'm disinclined to do it. I'm inclined to, that is, I have a strong temptation to. I'm disinclined to, that is, I'm reluctant to. Disparate, good word. Disparate, diverse. Diverse. A disparate, disparate, hard one. Good word, but I can't think of an example. Disparity is inequality. Parity, equality. Disparity, inequality. The disparity of their ages made this couple seem ludicrous or ridiculous or not acceptable. The disparity of their fortune, he rich, she poor. Inequality. Dispensary is normally a place where medicine is dispensed. That is, often a doctor is not even there, only a nurse. Like a small clinic. To dispense with something, VI, is to do without and perhaps even discard, which we had before. Let's dispense with ceremony. I hate you. Let's do away with, throw away. Stupid example, I must be tiring. To disperse is to scatter. The crowd dispersed after the accident. The crowd scattered and went away. Disposition. I'll use it in the primary sense. His disposition is very good, meaning his temperament, meaning he's friendly, never depressed or ill-tempered or angry or irritable. He has a good disposition.